some of the things that the light is purging from you starts coming up to the surface, and you start thinking of things from who knows how long ago. And then that makes room for what? More light. And the verbiage that I was getting from source frequency that day in the car, and a couple days even after that, is there's a gateway opening. There's heavenly energies or frequencies permeating the planet. Hi everyone, I'm coming on live in my group, Intuitive Angel Messages through Facebook, and I am talking about a topic that Spirit would like to talk about, which I think is kind of interesting because Jackie is also talking about this on the group wall, and I'm like, that's interesting. So that's very much what Spirit wants to talk about. So that's what we're going to talk about, okay? Which is the beginning and the end. And it has to do with the incoming energy, ascension, if you want to use the wording, light codes, okay? So I just think it's very interesting that other intuitives are picking up on the same topic and wanting to talk about the same topic like Jackie on the group wall. I'm like, look at that. So sometimes I'll come forth and I'd like to channel certain energies. Other times Spirit steps forth and says, Kristin, we'd like to talk about this topic, or we want to, we want you to go live and channel these messages. So that is what today is, me channeling on behalf of Spirit. And I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but the incoming energy recently has been off the charts. Am I right? You might notice that you find your body quite hot. Other people are finding that they can't sleep very good. Anxiety is through the roof, especially in the evenings. Whew, just like a humdinger. So one thing I'm also noticing is if I go and I'm facing the ocean and I'm sitting and I'm facing the ocean, it takes maybe about a minute. And then what ends up happening is I get this massive wave of energy that just washes through me and my car, or just me, depending on where I am. And then a message starts to come through. And the messages can be very specific to me in my life, which it has. My spirit guide, Adrian, showed up the other day. I'm like, hey, Adrian, I haven't seen you for a while. So like November and December was like really the energy came to almost to a stop. It will never stop, but it was as slow as it possibly could have been. You almost felt like you didn't want to do much. Maybe some of the things that the light is purging from you starts coming up to the surface, and you start thinking of things from who knows how long ago. And then that makes room for what? More light. And the verbiage that I was getting from source frequency that day in the car, and a couple days even after that, is there's a gateway opening. There's heavenly energies or frequencies permeating the planet. I'm like, okay. So it was really intense for like a solid week. It was, and I knew because I'm not the type that gets anxiety too often. So when it started coming on full tilt, I knew we were in trouble. So as we moved along, what I was also channeling is today it's going to start simmering down. So it's going to start easing back. And what's going to come for February? Anybody got any channel guidance on that one? Let me know in the comments what you receive. What's going to come for February? When you think about February, what's the emotion or the feeling that comes through your body? Let me know in the comments, okay? So I'll read your comments and then you guys will let me know what you're feeling and then I'll tell you what I'm feeling, okay? So they want to talk about the beginning, which I thought was interesting, but also the ending. So we're going to talk about both. Let's see what comes through with this one. What I've noticed personally is there's certain things that are coming to a close or coming to an end. So that could be a job that you're in, a friendship that you have. It could be living in a certain city and it's time to move, right? And how you're going to know that it's coming to an end is you get a strong kickback in the body. So you think about, calling that friend or setting up a time to go hang out in person, but you get a strong, tight sensation in the body. It feels tight in your chest and your stomach. So you get a clairsentient, intuitive guidance to not make that phone call, not make those arrangements, because certain things need to come to an end. Yeah. 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 And yeah, that's the other part of it. So you get that sensation in the body to not take action, to not take initiation, but you feel good about it. So you know it's the right path. Okay, so that initial attempt to call or to make arrangements feels really tight and uncomfortable in the body. You might notice it's time to move when you're living in a location that's lacking luster. It's not exciting anymore. You get kind of a heaviness in your body. You probably get a heaviness through your whole body. Ooh, everybody's getting some love. Ooh, so I just get a really good sensation for February. A lot of insight, a lot of spurring us on. Okay, time to get going, time to move, time to do, time to go. So I'm getting a lot of excitement and laughter from Spirit about February. Incoming energy that is very light and love filled, that's getting us moving in a different direction. And it's feeling really good. So you might have new ideas that enter your mind, new insights, new ways of doing things. And I think that this is going to be brilliant. It might be a new idea for a new job opportunity, or it might be you starting to do your own business on the side. Yeah, and you know when it's time to go. Oh yeah. When your frequency starts to go up, but where you're living, the land, predominantly the land and the individuals living there does not go up very much, the gap becomes wider and wider to the point where you feel compelled to relocate. And the only way that that's going to get any better, in my opinion, is to move. So it gets a lot better when you move. And I can vouch on that behalf because I did that 19 years ago. And I couldn't believe all the stuff I was seeing, like people doing things that you would never see anywhere else, just living their life, living their full life, doing what they want to do, and not really caring about what other people think, and happy. But, you know, we're encompassed with the ions from the ocean, and we have a lot of nutritious soil and trees and plants, and it's so immensely easy for me to communicate with spirit here. My chakras are wide open when I'm here. When I go down to Florida, my chakras aren't as open. So I do notice a difference. Oh, awesome. So Terry moved last June and it's been awesome. Sometimes we get set in our ways that we need to stick it out. We need to stay where we're living, right? But once you up and move, what a difference. And then you say to yourself, I'm never going to be that stubborn again. Yep. Changes within the body, changes with our health. A lot of what I've been channeling recently is people's health getting better, getting a lot better. And is it coinciding and tying in with this incoming frequency? Probably, okay. I haven't really honed in on it, but I'm assuming so. Okay, so let's see who would like to come through and discuss this topic. Source. So source frequency, or light and love, God, universal oneness. Okay. You can tap into this frequency anytime you want. It's always here. You can get angry, you can get whatever with these energies, but they're always here. Okay. And ultimately, we are a spark of that frequency manifesting in this reality. So we're always manifesting. If you look around and you don't like a lot of what's going on in your life, what is it in you that is contributing to the manifestation of what you don't like? Well, where are your thoughts going most of the time? What are you focusing on most of the time? What are you talking about most of the time? Okay? All right, and we don't do that in a criticizing kind of way. We just do it to notice, okay, I need to make a little course correction here. I need to tweak this over here and change this over here. Everybody does it. All right, so let's see where we're going to go. Yes? So what I'm receiving from Source is that, yes, we do manifest all the time. Although Source attempts to step forth to steer us in a certain direction for our well-being, happiness, joy, in alignment, or coinciding with what our souls, our higher selves, wish, desire, dream of. Okay. And I just get that they're ultimately at the end of the day, people, there's no separation, okay? We're all of the same energy. We're just living out an experience like we're separate, okay? All right, so where are we going to go now? Can you come in a little stronger and turn it up a little bit more? I don't usually have to ask that from Source. I just woke up, so I'm like, could you turn it up? Because I'm so sleepy. Okay. We can't talk about the beginning without talking about the ending, dear ones. Thank you, dear one, for relaying my words and my guidance. Source will also like to take your questions after this. Just letting everyone know that. So if you have any questions. All right. The ending. The ending of the old. the ending of a lot of three-dimensional paradigm systems, three-dimensional desires, wishes, dreams. Okay. So three-dimensional desires, wishes, and dreams, what does that even mean? It might be anything that's heavy that you're desiring that maybe isn't even necessarily good for you is starting to make its way out the door. So if it's like heavier type friendships that aren't really serving a purpose, it could be substances that you are consuming that are going to lower your frequency. So really anything that's going to lower your frequency is going to shift its way on out. Got it? Thumbs up. It's also belief systems, thoughts, and reprogramming. So if it is reprogramming from, say, news broadcasts, where you're taught to believe a certain thing and be reprogrammed to believe a certain thing about a certain person or a certain agenda going on in the world, you individually, as you lift and raise in frequency, will sniff out the truth and feel if it resonates with you or not, rather than blindly stepping forward and believing in anything that is said to you. I'm also getting regurgitated to you. Got it. I am always nearby, close at hand, close to your heart, should you need me. Call upon me, make your requests. You will never tie me up or take of time, okay? So you can't bombard source. You can't. It's not going to happen. We could all ask all at once here on the planet, and source would be elated about it and start stepping forward to assist. I'm also getting whatever dreams that you may have, anything that you've been thinking about doing, even from a childhood, this is the time to step forward and do it. Inspirations, insights coming to you, directing you, guiding you. You will also have incoming energy steering you towards creative activities or activities that help to settle you, relax you, calm you, in order to bring about an opening to help move you in a new direction. So picture this. A lot of us have anxiety. Our thoughts are going off all the time. We're always busy, but all of a sudden we're being drawn towards drawing or painting or knitting. So while we're doing that, our minds are quiet. We're more still. So the energy coming in is going to steer us in this direction to help us relax for a time, maybe 30 minutes, maybe an hour. And it's just long enough so that they can step forth and assist us and help steer us in a new direction. Because if we're so ramped up and we're so busy all the time, it's not that much room for us to hear or be directed by the energy. Okay, even if we're asking for help, but then we're busy, it's still going to be difficult to get through to us. So that's really fascinating. Okay. The end, the ending, the old is on its way out. We're just, Source is saying, stepping it up a notch now. Okay? So anything that doesn't feel good, doesn't feel right, if you feel heavy, lethargic, often where you're living, it's time to take action steps to start feeling more uplifted and good wherever you're going to move to. And I know times are different now than they ever were when I was a kid, but I remember sending out 100 resumes ahead of time. And there are a lot of places hiring right now. Are they paying enough in comparison to what the cost of living is now? No. But I'm one to say that where there's a will, there's a way. And my guardian angel often will remind me of this. So no matter what happens, you can make it happen. You set the intention that you're ready to go. You hand out all the resumes by mail or online, and then you step off and go. Set up housing and go. Make it happen. Okay? Okay. Or as guided. Okay. So now we're going to talk about as the old is shifting and transitioning out, we're moving into the beginning. So I find this interesting. The beginning of what? Okay. The beginning of increased light coming and permeating the planet. I'm also getting light codes. Okay, so the old is shifting out, and in comes the beginning of an increased, if you want to call it a dose, of light frequency permeating the planet, which is going to lead to fresh, new ideas, insights, paths for you to take, ways of earning a living. Not always working for others, possibly working for yourself, or new job opportunities, new places to move to. Okay. New friendships entering your life, because as you shift and move in a higher vibrational direction, it's important for new friendships that are a vibrational match to enter your life. Okay? So if the old friends can't come along and you're going, then the old has to move out. And when we start with this beginning, we have more high vibrational connections come in and match us approximately where we are. All right. Also in this beginning will come new high vibrational angelic frequencies to assist us. Should you wish to call upon more angelic assistance, so more angels to join your team, you can ask for that. They will hear your request and they will come and set up shop. Okay, so some might be helping you with channeling, some might be helping you with creative activities, some might be helping you with abundance, some might be helping you with music. And if you want anything in particular, like abundance, you can call upon and ask for help with abundance, and then you will draw forth at least one, possibly more, abundant angels. Okay, and then they are going to help move you through your life and help shift abundance in. And it will come in multiple different ways in which you have not yet even thought of yet. Okay, oh boy, have I ever experienced that. Ways in which very much surprised me many times. Okay. You might be drawn to reading certain reading material, learning about certain things that you haven't been interested in the past, or maybe you didn't know about in the past. Moving forth here on earth, I get, like, you know those road sweepers that clean up the road? I get a cleansing happening, and the brushes are going, and there's a cleansing that is going to be taking place on earth. And as these cleanup crews come, more light frequency will be able to permeate the planet and each of us. So we're going to get it in doses. Okay, we're going to get it, and then it's going to ease off. And then, okay, here comes another round. It will, the cleansing or the purging, if you want to call it that, will always be followed by incoming light. And that is what has happened in November, December. More hanging back, cleansing, purging, just letting go. The energy slows right down. And then in comes more light frequency. Holy Toledo, January shot off with a bang. And then in comes even February. Goody. Oh my goodness, it's going to be something else. Okay. Source would like us to not worry about the goings on that are anything that is happening that is out of your control. Okay? Give them time to produce the right path, the right people, the right circumstances, the money, or the abundance. I always say abundance because abundance can lead to so many different forms of more abundance, or money, freeing up money, or money coming in. To think that the only way we're ever going to earn money is to work for it is just so old 3D thinking. Okay. All right. So don't worry about things that you feel are out of your control, and give spirit time to produce the best path forward. And for those of you that are in a situation that is out of your control, that you feel that you don't have the answer to, call upon us. Give us some time to produce the right path moving forward and the answer. That's a lot. Okay? So you may not have an answer. I've been in that situation in my life where you literally can't think, you think there is no way. But then I just sit with stillness, and my guardian angel will come in and give me some choices as to what I can do. And I'm like, I hadn't even thought about that. It literally just happened to me at the end of my trip in Florida. So an issue arose and I didn't have an answer for it. And I was tired. I had just been through the surgery. And then the answer came. And they showed it to me in my head, and I was like, holy cow, that's a great idea. And I did exactly what they suggested, and it's all worked out just fine. So it's pretty awesome. Okay. So Source is ready to take your questions if you'd like to type them in the comments. Also, my question while you guys are typing your questions is this cleansing and incoming light frequency combo, is this going to be happening repeatedly all the way through 2023 and into 2024 and onwards? Is there going to be a mix up or a shift in a different direction, like ramping things up each year, or how is that going to play out? Consistently through 2023, gradually increasing by the end of the year. Next year, it will be, we're up a level, okay? So now we're getting even more light coming in. And 2025, even more. 2026, even more. And consistently onwards, moving forth on Earth, okay? So we're going to get more and more and more and more and more. And it's a gradual process. which is allowing us to time to adjust, okay? And I'm also getting the time that's needed to take charge of our own vibrational frequency, okay? So we're not reacting to, and woe is me, and I'm a victim. There are no victims. If you think you're a victim, yeah. I've always even said this, when you're looking online to purchase something, something is only worth what someone is willing to pay for it. Is it really worth that? Well, maybe. Yes, no. But at the end of the day, it's only worth what someone is willing to offer for it. That's what it's worth. So as far as like taking charge of your own vibrational frequency and shifting one's mindset, I call it out of the gutter, that is what is most important moving forth, okay? And it's interesting because I'm also hearing in my head that it's also about, as we shift in vibrational frequency, receiving, allowing for the assistance and the guidance to step forth to give us answers as to other paths for us to take. Okay, so that we're not just sitting here doing it on our own. You're not on your own ever. P.S. I used to think that I was when I was unawake. And then as you awaken, you realize just how not alone you are. In the car the other day, I'm out at this lookout point. I'm facing the ocean. I've just had this amazing conversation with Source. Then in comes Jesus to chat me up, give his guidance as to what's to come for me. And then I have my spirit guide, Adrian. And I'm just like, wow, you know, everybody shows up for you all the time, no matter what, no matter how hard it's been, no matter what type of person you've been. It doesn't matter. They always show up. All right. All right. Connor would like to know if there's any message from Source that he's not aware of. You're to hold the line for now, Connor, and you can feel it in your body. It's staying still. I'm not getting get up and move, go, leave. Nope. You're comfortable enough where you live. Like, it might not be ideal where you're living, but it's comfortable enough. Okay. When I look out, I think you're going to be here for a little while. It's not ideal in some ways, energetically. I'm going to add that part in there. But as far as, okay, do the best you can for this time being. So anything else he should know about relocation or anything else? Okay. They're saying that you have to be ready to have the courage, pluck the courage to step off and make big decisions that will produce big changes in your life. Okay. It's not quite there yet. So what are we waiting for? Are we waiting for just new changes here where he's living now, and then, or a certain age, or what? Right now it's about comfort, security, and Spirit is going to hang back and just wait. So it's really in your timing. It's kind of like on you. It's like me. When I was 18, everybody was moving out of their homes. I was like, I got it good here at home. I had a full-time job at a bakery, and I stuck it out until I was 22. And when I look back, I think, why did I stay at home until I was 22? Because I wasn't ready. I was a late bloomer with everything, including moving out. Would we say that my maturity level wasn't quite there, or was it my vibrational frequency? We could say either one. I was immature in some ways and in other ways not ready. Yet I held down a full-time job the entire time. But when I hit 22, it was like this strong feeling it's time to go. Like everything here just didn't feel like I wanted to be there anymore. So we're kind of energetically waiting for this shift to happen. And then when it's time, you'll know. You can't miss that one. Okay. All right. Henson is saying, I want to ask if there is anything I can do about me stuttering or getting tongue-tied when I try to talk to people. Well, I can tell you my experience with these new chompers. Okay. And if anybody wants to learn about dental implants or teeth, zirconia, acrylic, okay, bridges, all on four versus dentures or snap-in dentures, all that stuff, that's coming February 5th in the group. It's going to be a wild ride. Hope you guys are ready for it. So we're talking about cost, price, surgeons. So what I've had to do is slow down my speech a little bit and really think about what I want to say before I say it. That's really worked for me. And they're saying not to worry, that as you get older and develop more internal abilities, that this will slowly fade out. Okay, so internal abilities like confidence or channeling or confidence, self-love, those are the two main ones. They're saying self-love and confidence are the two main ones. Okay, and slowing down and really thinking about what you want to say before you say it. I'd love to talk way faster. I would really like to talk way faster, but I just had surgery like 2 months ago, and you know, you don't want to bite your tongue or bite your cheek or whatnot. All right. Anything else for Henson on that one? Not to worry. I get that as you mature, as self-love builds, as confidence builds, it's going to fade out. Okay. All right. Have you already noticed it fading out? You've already noticed it fading out is what they're telling me. So let me know in the comments. It's gotten better. It's gotten better. And if I were to go based on when I was speaking with you, I would say it's definitely better. Okay, but that's what there's a bit better. Okay, so it's going to get better and better and better and better and better and better. Okay. Dee is asking, what percentage of Earth's population will have spiritual abilities in the next year or so? What a great question. So in the next year, we're looking at 2023, how many people are going to have an opening of their abilities? So what are abilities? That would be maybe all of a sudden you notice certain things happening, like ear ringing, stillness beside your head. Okay, all of a sudden you're channeling spirit. You have clairaudient thought forms that enter your mind that you aren't the one thinking. Okay, maybe you start seeing images, or you get your gut feelings get really strong. You have insights and knowledge that just get dropped in your head and you just know things. Everyone's going to get cracked open. So everyone's getting it. Okay. But there will be what they would see as being a select few that will produce results from it. So if you're unawake, you're going to get cracked open, but you won't know what's going on. If you even notice anything at all, you might just think, oh, I'm just anxious. It's nothing. It's not nothing. So the ones, So what are we looking at? If we set out of 100% here on Earth, how many are going to produce results? Like, I'm seeing like 5%. Okay, for now. It's not going to be like that forever. For right now. The goal moving forth is this number of 5% goes up higher. Awesome. And they're talking about many will have a lot of questions, and they'll want to seek out guidance and answers to their questions as to what's going on. Wow. So what's 5% of 7 billion? Okay. So, Gabriella, I would like to ask, how can we get out of an energy of stagnation and procrastination and step into an energy of action and moving forward? By getting out of your comfort zone. Doing things that you may not be confident doing at first, but trying them out. So you're going to try out new stuff. You're going to do new things. And you might feel a little bit of discomfort, but you're going to try it out at least once. Okay? I get a lot of laughter and clapping. Okay? That's what they suggest for you. The second guidance is helping others, going and helping animals is what they recommend. But they're not going to just say animals if you're guided to help humans as well. It's just easier for you to help animals is what I'm receiving. Okay? I don't know what type of animals you like, but they need help. Okay? And then you can step forth and help them. And that will get the energy moving again. Okay. So Terry's question is, in regards to light frequencies and my current path, do you have any birthday messages for you? Oh, yeah. Thank you for everything thus far. Thank you. What they're showing me and they're talking about is incoming light frequency, and I see it coming in through the top of your head. It's just like bursts of white light just coming down through the top of your head. And then that is permeated through the rest of your body. You're talking about our birthdays, and it is something to celebrate when a soul chooses to come to Earth. This is how they see it. That many of us may not see it this way, but this is how they see it from their vantage point. Isn't that great? As we move along in the days ahead, this light frequency that's permeating your vessel is going to steadily increase. And they're talking about you may notice certain things falling away out of your life. So you're not maybe desiring certain foods or spending time with certain people. And it's best to let this go. Yes. In order to make room for the new. Okay. Boy, oh, they're coming like your guardian angels are just bombarding the whole right side of me, right to here. They want you to sense their frequency as they step forth and come in close on this day of days. Okay. It's like they're imbuing you with their light on this day. And I'm getting like my shoulder. I can feel it right to here. Okay? Oh my goodness. Okay. So, Jocelyn, any messages from me from Source about work related? You're not happy there. You're doing it to pay the bills, and it's going to be on its way out. Means to an end. Means to an end means I'm doing it for the income, just to make it in life, if you will, to have the funds, right? They don't want you to worry about what is to come next or how it's going to replace the income. Leave it in their hands as we move forth. Okay. All right. 2023. Oof. I'm seeing like the middle of 2023. You're so done did. It's like it's going to get worse and worse, that feeling of wanting to move in a different direction. And I would know because I've been there before. Wow. Terry, you felt that energy bombarding you too, hey? Well, now we know who it is. It's a gentle, warm hug from your guardian angels. And the heat, no kidding, because it's coming in through. Especially if you've been feeling that over the last week. You have nothing to worry about, Jocelyn. They've totally got this. It's almost like I'm just dragging this out as long as I can until it's time to pivot. Come July, it's like you're so ready to go. And the pivot's coming soon, but not before July. All right. Faith is asking, does Source have a message for me in regards to my relationship and divine soul connections? I feel I am being magnetically pulled to divine love, both in spirit and on earth. And I get you are. You are. I got it like that. You are. And they're saying to not forget the love within, the love for thyself. And it's all said very lightheartedly and very pleasant, like, you are. And don't forget the love you have for yourself, building and growing over time. And that's all they want to say. They do the dust of the hand and then that's it. It's very light, very enjoyable. Tanya, you didn't leave home until... Hey, when you got it good, I pulled my furniture down the stairwell. Down like stairs like this, 15, 20 stairs? Slowly on carpet. But I was like, I'm going downstairs into the basement on the cement. And there's this thin carpet down there in a bathroom, and that's where I lived. And I think I did that at around 17 just to have more privacy. And so when you got it good down in the basement, why are you going to leave, you know? Ah, there we are. Here we go. Ooh, everybody's birthdays today. I can't believe it. Lavon too. And my birthday's on Monday. We're all Capricorns. Isn't that great? Wow. Any guidance for Lavon's birthday, as she is having her birthday today and she's just wondering about a message in regards to 2023. Taking it easy. That's the guidance. Like, you can ramp it up and you can take off like a bolt and go, do, because that's like your nature. But as far as 2023, they want you to kind of like, take it easy. Okay. Do things that are fun and fulfilling. And I'm seeing one foot in front of the other. Okay. So I'm not I'm just going one foot in front of the other, and I'm looking at my feet, and I'm still going, but I'm just taking it easy. Okay. One step at a time. And also what we want or what we desire. 1 foot at a time, one step at a time. Okay. And that's what they'd like to say. All right. We're both Capricorns. Wowzers. You and me are, I think, 9 years apart. That's wild. So good. You know what I've always said? I have a roof over my head. I have food in my fridge. I have a nice comfy bed. I have good night's sleep. That's the bare basics in life. If you got that, that to me is happiness. Now, anything on top of that, sure, it's like the cherry on the cake. Sure, we're going to aim for more. And if you have a lot, then I would use that a lot to help other people get in that position where they're comfortable too. Okay? But that to me is everything. Yeah. And now I have new teeth in my mouth, so I have nothing to complain about. All right. Happy birthday to me. New chompers in my mouth. Super happy. Any direction Emma, here we go. Any direction as to what direction to take. Any message as to what direction to take. You know they're waiting on you. I got this. They're waiting on you. Some things we can't force though, you know. Like if we don't feel it, I don't feel like doing anything. I don't feel like moving. I don't feel like doing. I don't feel like taking action steps. You can't make that happen. That's something that comes in gradually. Maybe you can do things that are out of your comfort zone, or you can do things to help others, including animals, and that will get the energy stirred up. It's all about getting the energy stirred up. Trying new things would be great. And sometimes if we don't do that, we get into this monotonous state. It's almost like, I don't know, you let me know, but I feel like more of a homebody, Emma, homebody, and like everything's taken care of. I don't know if your partner's taking care of everything or everything just happens to be taken care of. So when everything's taken care of, and I can just go about doing whatever I want to do because I can, other than, of course, maybe we get the kids out the door, or there's, you know, certain things I have to do during the day, like maybe clean the house. But overall, I can just go do what I want to do. So if we're in that position, then it's like we just hang back with the pina colada on the rubber tube on the surface of the pool. So when people get pulled down in the pool and they're struggling to breathe and they're like paddling, maybe they're having health issues, or maybe they're having relationship issues with their friends or their family or whatever. Ooh, now that's building depth. Now we're being forced to change, forced to shift, forced to move in a different direction. But when we're on the surface of the pool, in the nice sun, and I got my drink. Okay, so it's a feeling of them waiting on you. Do you want to say it? They said that was really good. That's just my experience that I've had over the past 6 years giving readings to individuals who come to me. The surface with the pina colada versus struggling to paddle to keep to the surface and breathe. Now, of course, you're not struggling all the time, but those brief moments of struggle teach us a lot. When we lose our loved ones, that teaches us a lot. And some souls will come in and play that part and then leave really at a young age to teach us, to help teach us. And they're never really fully gone. They're always hanging out. Oh, I'm pretty, well, they're spot on, Emma. Okay. I'm just conveying what they're saying. But I added the pool part in. That was me, because I've seen it through so many readings. Get off the pool ring, put the drink down, go have a shower, put on some comfy clothes, and go out and try new things. Do something different. Go help others. Go join a spiritual group in your local area. I almost feel like others wouldn't understand if you did go join a spiritual group, or it's not as accepted maybe in your region. You're welcome. You know what? My motto in life is, you do you. You go and do what you want to do. Because if you're not happy, then no one's going to be happy. Okay, you're agreeing with me that in your local region, no one would understand going to a spiritual meetup. Meetup.com. It's a wonderful place to join in with other people. And it doesn't mean you have to stay there and continue going there. You might say, no, this isn't my cup of tea, but you tried something new. You stepped out the door and you tried something new. And that's all you can ask of yourself right now. I'm doing something new. I'm not on the pool surface drinking a pina colada. I got out of the pool and I'm going out and I'm trying something new. That's what matters. Some people won't even go to a movie by themselves and sit and watch a movie by themselves. Are you kidding me? No way. Too uncomfortable to walk in a movie theater by myself. Do things that make you feel uncomfortable like that. Stretch yourself. Because if you don't stretch yourself, it's going to be more of the same. And by next month when we talk, it'll be more of the same. More of the same. More of the same. They don't agree with that. Things will shift and change. But I'm saying overall, it's going to be a bit of the same. There will be shifts and changes occurring, but they're waiting on you. Okay, so whatever shifts and changes are occurring are good. Obviously, there's going to be shifts and change. But overall, if we don't start taking other directions, other paths, then it's going to be more of the same. Wow, Henson. It's like you needed to hear that too. Whew. Awesome. So I know that's blunt and direct, but that's been my experience over and over for 6 years with people. Yeah. So when they asked me to step off and start channeling them for other people, I was terrified. I would only do it by the phone because I was like, oh my God, I can't see people on camera. But it's a gradual process. Yeah. All right. I kept having other mediums come to me and say, the angels want you to record the sessions and they want you on camera. All right. Which I knew was the case, but I was ignoring them. So what do the angels do? They go through other people to get to you. Oh, they will. They will go through other people and they will get to you. Oh my gosh, Wanda, we're all Capricorns. It's just unbelievable how many Capricorns there are. It's pretty awesome. Oh, yep. You push and push. I know you do, Lavon. And people think if I push really hard, I'm going to get a lot of stuff done. And I have a lot of energy. I got to put it somewhere. My aunt would often say, she was Italian. Ooh, holy cow. She's so feisty at times. And she would be like, if you sat for even a moment and did nothing, she'd be like, I'm so bored. I'm so bored. It's like, do I want to get a lot of stuff done and be everywhere? Or do I want to slow down, enjoy the moment, and get the things that really matter with my full attention completed. Okay. I knew it. I knew it had to do with your body, regenerating your body. We get older, we have surgeries. I never hear my angels tell me to go, go, go. Never. No way. Even as to how many readings I can do. Okay. So, yep. Nope. So Karen, you woke up the other morning with the words Helen Kelleris. Not quite ready to see yet. Any further info? So is it a dream or is it incoming information? There's going to be a workshop that myself and Dee Serby are going to be teaching in March, and it's going to be about your dreams, and it's also going to be a bit about the Akashic records as well. And so it'll be over a short weekend, and this is what we're going to be talking about. Part of it is it a dream or is it incoming information? Okay, got it. So, and then if it's a dream, okay, or is it incoming information? And if it is incoming information, what does it mean? Okay, got it. Okay. Oh, this is really interesting. Okay. Even when one loses the abilities that we so freely have, such as sight and sound, they can still connect with spirit to communicate. So this message is for you in that even when those with whom we would deem have less than what we have, they may have, and most often do have, a stronger connection, communicating, channeling their team, their angels, their spirit guides, whomever. So that message is for you. Sometimes it's best to create stillness, right? And we can stare off or we can close our eyes. I prefer to stare off. When we were daydreaming in high school or junior high, daydreaming often happened with our eyes open, didn't it? We would stare off and we would see certain visuals and we would almost be off seeing things with our eyes open. So when I'm connecting in with your team, my eyes are open because it's easier for me to see the visuals of what they're showing me. Plus, if I close my eyes, maybe I'm too relaxed and then I'm not really seeing as much or as easily. But for some people, they love to close their eyes. It's wonderful. Okay, so go within, create stillness within, try, and try again. That is the message. How awesome is that? Okay, I'm going to let you guys go. You guys have a wonderful weekend. Have a wonderful birthdays. And I'm going to have an awesome birthday too. Just a last note, we only have a couple days left to sign up for the Mediumship 102 course coming up January 15th. And we also have remote viewing, which I'm super pumped to be teaching again for the second time. And that is coming up February 17th until the 19th for only $129. Okay, so it's all weekend of fun. There's 5 lives through the weekend, and all of the course is emailed to you afterwards. So even if you can't make it for some of it, okay? All right, you guys, have a wonderful weekend. Have beautiful birthdays. Bye.